so I could be stationary and take some notes.
Good.
Man, what's going on,
That's
Mr.
good.
Anthony Clay? It's always a pleasure to see you.
Yep.
Cash out. How's it going? How you
Uh,
doing?
Simply amazing, simply amazing. You know, my virtual background speaks volumes. You know, my mentally, I'm everywhere.
Now she's on a boat.
Actually, this is a house that's sitting on
That's a
the
how.
ocean.
Wait, scoot over a little bit. I know I see the ocean. I see that. Oh, excuse me, honey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A house on the ocean.
Cash out. I forgot to do my thing.
Yeah,
Money
yeah.
Boy
Do
is
your
in the
thing.
building.
Oh, Money Boy got
How
to
you
do
doing
his
today? I
thing.
hope you're feeling like me, because once again, I'm feeling amazing. But let me start off by saying this. Everything that I do is for fun and games, informational, entertainment, educational purposes only. I do this because I want to. You do this because you want to, not because somebody told you to. And with that being said, I know my rights. We know our rights. Bang, 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 bang. Once again, it's Money Boy in the building. My co-host, Miss Cash Out Kathy. Our other co-host, Miss Ivy. And once again, we got Anthony Clay is in the building. And today, we're just talking about words. We're just talking about life. We're just talking about expressing yourself and what you went through so you don't go through the same stuff that you done been through.
Man, that's deep. That's deep. And as history repeats itself, right? One of the things that we learn, if we don't stay abreast of what's going on and understand uh, what's happening around us and just stay in the know, it has a habit of repeating itself. So bad, good, or indifferent, what do you want?
Exactly. What do you want? So I got one thing before we get all off into this stuff, before we get all off to the nitty gritty, before everybody just want to be hanging off their seat like, hey, I got something to say. Let me just read this. This right here is the definition of word. Because a lot of us, we've been through school, we've been through elementary, junior high, high school. Some of us have been through college, but yet we don't brushing up. A lot of us have to brushing up and always got to go back to the basics so you can propel even further. So look, it say the word definition of word. It's a noun, a single distinctive meaning element of speech or writing used with other, sometimes alone, to form a sentence or typically shown with a space or either a side or written or printed. So basically, what they saying is we put these words together and we use these words to express ourselves. So everybody must think before you speak. So when you say something, you have value because every word has value. And how do you feel about that? How do y'all feel about that?
You on mute, Miss
I agree
Jefferson?
with that. Go ahead, Anthony. Take the floor.
Oh, same thing. I agree with that because just like it's called spelling and cursing, we're putting a spell on our life and we're cursing on ourselves. So if we speak in a powerful manner or we speak in a high fashion of ourselves and those around us, it's going to come back 100-fold. You're very correct, sir.
I agree. And then too, you really have to think about what you're saying before you speak, because you can ultimately ruin a person's day, hurt yourself, like you said, but you can hurt someone's feelings by just speaking, without processing first, or you can cost them what I'm trying to say, a delay on something. You're talking to somebody and the mood is going good and everything, and you guys are processing together, you're understanding each other, and then you mess up with your words and it can take the whole conversation a whole nother level. So if you kind of slow down and don't speak too fast and think as you process, like I just got caught up, then you'll be able to get the right things out that you want to say. So just kind of slow your roll a little bit and just process.
How are you feeling today, Mr. Nico? Mr. Nico.
Good.
In the
How about
building, again, we appreciate having you here.
Good, thanks. It's going good. When me and James was starting back with Gano, that's all he did. He told me just have one meeting. I had it with Caesar at my pad, and he sees I have a training facility out there. It's a compound. So he goes, after that, go to the Gano warehouse and grab that mic and say what happened. And I just kept going and going and going. I went the wrong day. They all spoke Spanish, but I was on stage and they're all happy how I brought it out. But yeah, you got to use a noun. You got to put some action in there. Make the sentence sound good all the way in. You know what? I almost dropped the mic, but you know what? If you drop the mic, go pick it back up and start your story again. You know, it's a good ride. I love getting on stage. I get very more brave. I like it up there. You don't hear me talk too much right here, but when I'm on stage, I get busy.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
You're
do.
secure within yourself, because you have to be secure with yourself and in your own mind. You got to change your mindset in order to be able to get up in front of a crowd like that and be able to express your feelings. And everything you say should come from the heart anyway.
Yep,
Yeah.
true.
I don't
So,
know.
oh, Miss Kathy, you in here? Go ahead, ma'am.
For me, getting up in front of that room for the first time, and being able to speak intelligently about something that helped me, and that's what is key and what it's all about. It's not about us selling a product. It's about us being able to help others by just simply giving our testimony on what it's done for us, what it's done for me, what it's done for other people that I've encountered. And that's what gives me the passion. That's what gives me the ability to keep pushing, even when people are looking like it's just coffee, but it's so much more. It's so much more. You know, it's just tea or hot chocolate. You know, to be able to just simply be med free because of something that there was nothing that was helping me. You know, am I completely pain free? No. Days better than others? Yes. But am I where I was 3 years ago? Not by far. And, you know, to simply be able to sit here and speak about something that's given me my life back, you know, that's what gives me the energy and just the ambition to keep pushing, even though we face adversity every day. You know, people are like, oh, well, that's not going to work. Well, what might work for you works for someone else. But you got to be able to tell your story, and you can't tell a story off of just, okay, I saw this opportunity and I put this money in, but then I didn't do anything with it. I don't use the products. I don't do this. I don't do that. You got so many people that say, I don't, can't, shouldn't be in anyone's vocabulary, because we can do anything we put our minds to. We can do anything that we want to do, but we have to want to do it. And when we have that initiative and that ambition to do something that we enjoy doing, and I enjoy helping people. I enjoy being able to bring life back to people where they felt all was lost. And it's simply by sharing some amazing products. So
On that note, Miss Kathy, this toothpaste, I have some amazing testimony about this toothpaste right here. Right before the pandemic, I was supposed to go to the dentist and have 2 teeth pulled. And they called and canceled my appointment or whatever. So like last week, I started having a toothache right up here. And I was like, oh my God, the dentist is closed. They already canceled my appointment, 2 appointments already. So what I did, and I brushed my teeth with my Gano Fresh anyway, so the pain wasn't like too excruciating. But you know how when you're about to get a toothache and you know it's about to kill you in a minute, it don't nothing cold, nothing hot. So what I did, I took some of my toothpaste, and I was thinking, what about if I just applied my toothpaste right up here where it's bothering me, like the Orajel. You know how you have the Orajel and you put it in there? So I took the toothpaste and put it up there for like 3 days in a row. I feel no pain in my mouth right now. It suffices me till I get to the dentist.
But you know what too? You know what too, Miss Ivy? If it's up here, because like when I was in the Navy and I had this excruciating toothache, right? And I just thought that, you know, it was my teeth. But you know what it was? It was my sinus.
Yeah, or ear infection.
It was my sinus, and what it was doing, it was pushing down on my upper gums. So I just felt like this excruciating pain, but all in here. And then I had a really bad sinus infection. So
No.
I noticed with the Gano products, it helps to keep my sinus clear. It helps to make sure that when allergy season comes along, it doesn't get inflamed. And that's what causes a lot of people's toothaches too. And they're thinking it's their teeth, but it may
I
not.
definitely know this one is my tooth. I definitely know that because I've been to the dentist and I saw my x-rays, honey, 2 of them. And I was one of those kids that had braces and I didn't listen to my parents.
Oh yeah, I have braces too.
But anyway, our products are amazing. So yeah, and my girlfriend takes the same toothpaste and pop open the Ganoderma lucidum supplements, stir it up, and she make her a mask, a facial.
Oh yeah.
With the toothpaste.
That Ganoderma, actually with the toothpaste, I put it underneath my eyes. Like if I, and then
Under the eye.
within 30 minutes, the bags are gone.
Yeah.
You can feel
Yeah,
it working.
Yeah.
And then you could crack open the Ganoderma capsules, add some water, make a paste, like she said, and put it on you, and you could feel your skin tightening. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So we're not just coffee.
So
Coffee is
that should be
amazing.
one word, Miss Ivy. That's one word that everybody that's watching, everybody that's gonna hashtag replay, everybody that's gonna eventually watch this video because somebody is gonna share it with you. Look up the word Ganoderma. That's what they should do. That's one of the main words today. Ganoderma.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. You know, if you go to PubMed.gov, I typed in Ganoderma lucidum and high blood pressure, Ganoderma lucidum and diabetes. Boom, information just pops up. Boom. Ganoderma lucidum and cancer. PubMed.gov. It's really
Yes, ma'am. And I'm studying about the Ganoderma and autism right now, and it's a lot of documents saying that this Ganoderma is really where it's at to rewire the brain on all levels, from oxygen, from the brain to be rewired as far as, the kids that's going through this vaccine problems and the different stuff of that nature. It's opening up the capillaries and the oxygen sensors in the brain so they can have a speech, or they could be in a position to where they have eye contact, or all the things that goes on with autism. Like, I don't personally know how autism works, but just looking at my daughter, I kind of feel like she has some traces of it. So I don't want to go to the doctor and they tell me like, oh, this is, or I'll break her spirit. So I've been giving her this Ganoderma. I've been giving her this tea, and I've been giving her that hot chocolate. Like, that hot chocolate is magic.
It is. It is.
It is. That mocha is good too for the kids as well.
The mocha is good for the kids, huh?
But to be
Mocha
honest,
and our hot chocolate.
be honest, any of the products is kid friendly, but most people don't want to start their kid off on drinking coffee.
You know what, these days today, Miss Kathy, kids are drinking coffee, going to school.
But you know what? This is nothing new. They've been doing it. Because when grandma was drinking coffee, grandpa was drinking coffee. I got people that say, I was drinking coffee with them. I was like, I wasn't, but
me either.
But certain families, that's a custom. That's just like drinking alcohol in certain countries. 12 years old, it's like, okay, that's what every day with dinner. Have a glass of water.
Now imagine if they had Ganoderma lucidum in their system all this time.
Wow. So me personally, I give my family, my kids, I get them on this hazelnut, and that's simply because actual hazelnuts have the most health benefits in the nuts family, and then mixed with this Ganoderma. Oh man, so we got
that now.
Yeah, I just finished my cup, iced hazelnut, because it's hot out here in this high desert.
See, I just finished my 3-in-1, and now, as we drink a lot of coffee, we also got to drink a lot of water. So that's why I drink my alkaline water.
Miss Kathy, put that down.
What is that? A diamond water?
No, that's Miss Kathy got some Tonka Ali. Put that down, girl.
Hey,
I just gave my auntie a Tonka Ali, and she's a male lady, and she don't know about the.
Plenty of energy. But all seriousness, though, it affects everybody differently, But definitely that's giving me the most relief. So I wish I would have had it years ago. Maybe I would have been a little more enthused about, going to work every day. Because sure enough, wasn't enthused on days where, I was in excruciating pain. But, now have a cup a day and I get through the whole day and I'm like, I don't need a nap. I don't need a nap in the middle of the day just because I didn't sleep last night because I was in so much pain from doing normal daily activity. So, that tongue cat has changed my life.
Yeah, amazing.
You right,
Wonderful.
man.
I have a question for you. With the coronavirus going around, that's affecting the immune system, right? That's because the immune system could be low,
Yes, ma'am.
and that Ganoderma lucidum is one of the herbs, king of herbs, that specializes and formulated to help with your immune system, correct?
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am.
The Ganoderma and the cordyceps. The cordyceps are amazing.
And that'll boost up your immune system.
Yes, ma'am.
That's exactly what we need through the coronavirus, correct? Or any other virus.
Any other
Yes,
virus,
ma'am.
anything that you got going on, I got autoimmune deficiency. And same word, autoimmune, immune affects my immunity, right?
Right?
Yeah.
So if my immunity wasn't boosted while using these products, I was tending to get sick more. Now I'm back to when I was a kid. And, basically my mom would flush us every 6 months.
Mhm.
And, the stuff that we ate was just, we didn't eat a lot of stuff that was unhealthy for us. And I don't even think consciously my mother even realized it. But now that I've gotten older and look into different things and what we consume in our bodies, it takes a toll on you. And it might not be right now, a lot of people they used to call us chicken freaks when we was younger, my cousins, because my mom, she was just not into eating like a whole lot of pork and beef and stuff like that. We would have it, but it wasn't like a daily routine. And some people in their life, that's a daily routine. And they don't understand how much they clogging up their arteries. They don't understand how much they contributing to having high blood pressure, diabetes, and all the rest of these diseases that start to attack our body simply because of what we consume into it. So to be able to have something that can potentially help mitigate, and by boosting your immune system and giving your system the phytonutrients and the antioxidants that it needs to simply function the way it was developed to function.
Yes, ma'am. And what you just mentioned, that made me think like, okay, so we're eating these animals. They dying, they're going through all these different situations in order for us to be consumable or for them to be consumable. Are they dying a pretty death? Like, and then once they die that death, we're eating it. We all know we're electric. We all know what we put in our body comes out. So if they dying and they have fears, they have anxiety, they have all these different things going on, are we putting it inside of us? Isn't that going into our bloodstream? Are we starting to take on their DNA or their structure?
You don't have to feed me talking like that.
But
No.
that's something that you got to think about.
That's true. Oh my God.
Because in flight and fear, what does that produce? So if we're eating that, what are we putting into our bodies?
Oh, that makes
Fear
sense.
produces stress, correct?
Yeah, they hormones.
They're hormones.
Endorphins.
Yeah. So and then we get all excited when we eat food, when we smell meat, so our endorphins is going up. And now we got open centers. Our pores and stuff is considered to be open. We're receiving their endorphins, we're receiving their hormones, we're receiving all of their stuff. And now we wondering why we depressed, we wondering why we got sadness, why we hurt, why we this. And I'm sorry that I'm detouring the the eating process. But I was just talking to my mom about this, and she's a teacher, and she told me, son, you're crazy. I just did a research about turkey, and all that you've been saying is correct. When we eating turkeys and the turkeys think that they're in danger, the skin of their face change. Some of them turn red, some of them turn white, some of them turn blue. Now, they die in that moment.
Mm.
Man, I didn't want to become a vegetarian today.
Hey, no, that's why we say it's about words. We learning new words,
Woo!
then we finding out what the stuff happens to our body from us putting that in this.
But the thing is though, Ms. Ivy, it's not even that. And that's why I love our products, because
Right.
no matter what we eat, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, it flushes the impurities and the toxins out utilizing these products. So it still helps keep us balanced in that healthy state simply by doing stuff that we do on an everyday basis. So if we can't, and some people can't afford not to eat pork.
True.
Some people can't afford not to eat chicken or turkey or whatever. You know, some of the stuff that's and now a lot of people can't afford to eat the meat, period, because it's so expensive because of what's going on. So, you know, a lot of people are reverting to plant-based diets, but those plant-based diets also, you got to be leery of those too. What are they using to grow those plants? What are
Yes,
they using to
ma'am.
grow those vegetables? If they're spraying them with the hormones and pesticides to keep the bugs off them, if they spraying them with hormones to make them grow faster. Now we wonder why our kids are, you know, 3 times the size that we were when we were growing up.
Right. Right.
So
Here
it's
we
all
go.
about,
Here we go,
Snacking
Cash
too.
Out.
yeah.
What you
Now,
got,
you
Money
on
Boy?
the same mission,
Seed.
Money Boy.
All of the seeds.
I need that for my garden.
Yeah, exactly. So if you go to Home Depot or whatever right now, some of them are sold out. You can't even buy your seeds. So you got to look. There's not a couple. I'm supposed to hit the whole backyard. My kids, you feel me? We supposed to go in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So no seeds anywhere, Money Boy?
No, they out there. I'm just saying, get them while you can because they selling out so fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, they are. And out here, I don't know about in the LA area or in other, but out here in this high desert, they're doing something with the food. Because simply, I've had a banana that we left overnight and it stayed right. My wife put the banana in the refrigerator and it stayed right. Yes, we cut it in half. And then I had an apple. This apple by itself in my hand was like 2 pounds. I ate the apple. It was a green apple and it didn't have seeds in it. So I cut a piece of it.
You ate an apple with no seed?
I ate an apple with no seeds.
Who makes an apple with no seed? It don't make sense.
Dude, I ate the apple and I left a piece of the apple on the table. And when I came back that next morning, the apple was still fresh and spongy. It wasn't brown. It wasn't all distributed up and sucked in.
Woo. You better
Hey,
drink the product.
Hey, that's like McDonald's fries, right? I used to love McDonald's fries. But after I seen a video where this man had a fry in his car for 30 years. And that
What? He
fry,
had a fry in his car for 30
Wait.
years?
it went up underneath the seat. And he pulled the fry out and it looked exactly the way that it did when he brought it.
And that's so true.
I was done.
That's
I was
true,
done.
Miss Kathy. I had surgery it's been about 7 years ago, but in Kaiser, in their health and well department where they have vitamins and things like that, they actually had a Happy Meal with the burger, the fries, and no drink. The burger and the fries, right on the platter, out of the bag, and it was going on his 4th year, and that burger looks just like a regular Happy Meal. The fries look just like it was in a glass case and open. No mildew, no bugs, no maggots, no nothing. And yet people can wait. Let me make a point. These people can duplicate all over the world the same goddamn hamburger. And here we are sharing a brand with Ganoderma lucidum in there. And you got Starbucks and you got, not talking about anybody, because if anybody's going to buy McDonald's, if I own a McDonald's, you're going to buy it. I'm going to be happy because you're coming to my, you're promoting me. I'm making the money, right?
Yeah.
But what we got going here is just simple. It's Ganoderma lucidum in everyday products that we use. Paste and coffee is just a bonus. So I'm figuring if people can duplicate millionaires' people with money, because not anybody can walk in somewhere and just own a McDonald's or Starbucks. You got to have some paper. And so we're talking about starting from the bottom with a $50, funky $50 can set you up for financial freedom, 11 different ways to make money, so be careful of your investments. Everybody want to be careful of multi-level marketing, but you really got to be careful with Starbucks, McDonald's, Burger King. All of them are good for fast food to get your food right there. But really, what is healthy for us? What is healthier for us? We know those places are not healthy for you. Grow your stuff in the backyard, or you can have Ganoderma lucidum in your daily living. I mean, that's what we're really offering here, and sharing and caring is the Ganoderma lucidum. You know what I'm saying? It's product. So McDonald's are going to kill our kids over time, bottom line. However, just keep going to McDonald's, but apply what we're offering
No
in
McDonald's.
your system. So it kind of, you put the bad in your system and you replace it with the good in your system. And over time, it kind of weigh out. You still can be protected. Is that right, Miss Kathy? As far as your immune system? With your intake and your outtake?
Yes, ma'am. And what it also does is it kind of curbs that appetite for the unhealthy. So the more you use this product, the more that you put it into your body, the more your system starts to say, oh, hey, wait, I don't like those preservatives and stuff that's not all natural, all that stuff that's high in sugar. It's like, my body's like, yeah, I could do without that. So it's not a craving anymore. So in time, eventually those things are going to start to fade away. So you're going to start putting your money towards something that can give you more vitamins and more nutrition, because your body is going to simply tell you that this is what it's craving. So it's going to start craving that healthy stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Cash Out.
Yeah, I agree too.
My body started craving that about 6-7 years ago. I have not ate McDonald's in that long. Like my body, it just changed. All of a sudden one day I woke up and that quarter pounder was not appealing to me anymore. At first I was a quarter pounder a day. What? A quarter pounder? Those were the bomb at first when they first came. Well, like when they first came out, they always been around. But now my body don't want that. Now my body want to be alive. I want to be full of energy. So I noticed this when I started eating different, when I started eating vegetables and stuff. And I ain't gonna say always cook vegetables, because when you cooking vegetables, you cooking out the live enzymes. You still defeating the purpose.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you gotta basically, what you're saying is you gotta basically know what you're eating, but then you have to know how to cook it in order to get the most nutrients out of it. And that's what a lot of people lack at. They don't know how to prepare it. So when they prepare it, they was like, oh yeah, I eat healthy, I eat carrots, I eat vegetables, I eat a lot of green. But then if you're steaming it or you're boiling it and you're boiling it all out, then it's defeating the purpose. You're eating nothing.
You're
Right.
eating the leftovers. That's like, how can I say this? You know how for instance, we got instant coffee, and we got instant tea. But look at a tea bag. If you take a tea bag and you put it in that cup of water, after so many times, it ain't gonna be no flavor. You just drink your water. It might have a little look, but it ain't gonna have none of the nutrients out of the tea in the water. Basically,
Right.
that's what we're doing with our food. We cooking it all out.
Is there such thing as washing and cleaning it when you first pull it out the garden? And you, like when I pull out my collards and things out the garden, what's a proper way you think of washing it? Do you put salt in there? Sometimes let it sit in some salt so the bugs and get the ugly stuff off of it. Some say put a little Dawn in it, soap, or wash it like that. What is it
All right.
we can keep
Now,
nutrients in our vegetables?
okay, now we
cooking
got to look at it like this. When I was in high school, I wanted to be a veterinarian. So I had to learn medical terminology. I had to learn how to dissect stuff. I had to do a hand washing class. We had to wash our hands for a minute, but you got to have a proper way. You got to have them sudded up. You got to scrub them. And when you're done, you can't even touch the sink. You cannot raise your hands up. you got to keep your hands pointed down. So therefore, all of the water, whatever's left over, runs off and not going back down your arm and defeating the purpose. So now imagine with the fruit and the vegetables, when you bring it in, Dawn, like you said, Miss Ivy, Dawn is safe enough to where you can rinse off your vegetables, and all of the pesticides or all of the sprays that was being sprayed on there would come right off. You can actually look at it and watch it just rinse right off.
Mhm.
Don't rub it on a white towel. You'll be like, all this, I was getting ready to bite into all these pesticides on it. Because just like how they gonna keep a squirrel from over there eating off of the pomegranate tree? They sprayed it with something. They
Yep.
sprayed it.
Okay. So
So-
Dawn is safe then to wash.
Dawn.
Mhm.
Yeah, I use Dawn for a lot.
Yeah, because even when they had that big oil spill, what they used to wash the animals in was the
Was
Dawn.
done. Mhm.
So
Yep.
So that's why we know that that's safe. Okay, so I don't need to soak it. Just wash.
Yeah. Just wash. Just rinse.
Yeah, I love my garden. So I figured if I'm gonna eat out the garden, I might as well change all of my daily living. And if I'm gonna do that, I might as well stick with the Ganoderma lucidum, because with that product, speaking of changing your eating habits, I was Krispy Kreme donuts. If I drive down Artesia and that Krispy Kreme sign is on, I will kill myself. I will make a U-turn on Artesia Boulevard.
Old Artesia.
Krispy Kreme donut. I kid you not. I see the hot sign. I'm going crazy.
When they
Since
first
my-
came out in Sacramento, they went and bought a dozen. I bit into one. I was like, not me. It was
Mm-mm.
too
Oh, I
big.
love it.
It was
So
too
since
big,
I've been on
too
my
big.
product and taking my Exelum, that's good for your brain, my mindset has changed. I mean, I don't know how long since I've had a Krispy Kreme donut. But when I passed by yesterday before my car starter went out at the gas tank at Sam's Club, bought a Krispy Kreme donut. I didn't even think about walking next door. But anyway, I saw the hot sign and my mindset, and I do believe it's from consuming my products, because I don't care what I eat. I can have a full course meal. My hot sign is on, I'm gonna stop. But now I just pass right by it. I don't kill myself. I laugh at myself. So the product is just, that Ganoderma lucidum is really an amazing herb.
yeah,
It's changing. My
It
mindset,
is.
everything is changing.
it is. It's
Wow.
powerful. It definitely is. And what's crazy is one of the things they got this thing called Apollo Burger out here, right? It's all this meat and grease and so I had one the other day and
Was it good, Miss Kathy?
Yeah, it tastes amazing. But I was so lethargic afterwards. I was like, oh my gosh, I had to lay down. I had to go take a nap. And
Yeah,
if food makes you feel like that, that can't be good. That can't be good. So don't get me wrong. I'm not a person that says, I eat healthy and I'm all the time, but I eat more healthy than I eat unhealthy. And with the Ganoderma, it's my body doesn't crave those things anymore. Before I used to be like, oh, I gotta go to Apollo Burger, or I gotta go to In-N-Out, or I gotta go do this, and I know it was bad for me. I know that it would just make my IBS act up, all that grease and stuff. But I was like, I gotta have it. But now it's like, yeah. And when I have it, I'm like, why did I do that? Why?
Yeah.
It wasn't even worth it.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Man, I'm missing my pencil. I was gonna say, so before we do end this live, it's a couple of words that I wanted them to look up. And so when we come back on tomorrow, you feel me? People can have a whole different mindset, because if they look up those words, the new people needs to look up Ganoderma lucidum. The new people, they needs to know the definition of freedom, financial freedom,
Leverage,
leverage,
Yep.
residuals.
retirement. They needs to know
Mhm.
retirement.
Michael
Why
Jackson
you want to
money.
retire? So they gotta have all this in here. We got 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth. So they need to write this stuff down. Tomorrow when they come back, be like, you know what, Money Boy? You know what, Cash Out Kathy, Miss Ivy, Nico, Anthony Clay? I thought about what y'all was saying yesterday on the show. And y'all was right. I was using all these words every day and didn't realize I was cursing myself because I was speaking the wrong things into an existence because of my vocabulary.
Yes.
So I want them to write those words down. And then if we miss one, tomorrow
We did,
on the
sir.
show,
Can I add to that with the, not to cut you off, the etymology of these words, because they have so many different meanings, just like the word derma. Like, once you do research the Ganoderma, look up what derma is, and then look up what Gano is, like the different meanings of the word. Look up what lucid is, because we could tell y'all what we want to tell y'all. We could make this stuff up. I haven't drank a Coca-Cola in over 9 months. I don't have the desire for Coca-Cola. Miss Cash Out could tell you every time she saw me, I had 2 or 3 Coca-Colas. Like, I don't have that no more.
hey, Mr. Clay, I can agree with that. Me, I ain't gonna lie, I was a soda drinker. I still have a Sprite, a root beer, right? And my wife, for the last couple of months, she been on the Gano, right? So now I bought the soda yesterday. She sipped it. She go, babe, I don't like soda no more. And I didn't want to tell her it was the Gano, but then, her body is changing. Her body is changing like crazy. I'm like, a lifestyle change.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys are right about the pesticides and the vegetables and all that. I am from a farm out here in Santa Maria.
Oh,
So I do see all the chemicals being laid out, and it is bad. It's real bad. And then the pork, I see the pigs, the cows, the bulls, I see it all out there with horses. And they don't even have babies no more. The UPS delivers them, and they just bring them up. Yeah, they insert them. It's different.
What? Say that again. Wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
out here, the
You hear
bulls,
that?
yeah, UPS delivers the babies. They're frozen. They're frozen babies, and then they insert it into the female. And then so after everything's done, everything's artificial. They're steroid up, and you're just eating air. Every blood that turned into the meat. So it is real bad. But don't get me wrong, I love
You
pork.
hear that?
Yeah, I love pork. I still eat a lot, but I know what goes on those things.
Lord, you mean no more
Nico.
barbecue ribs? Oh God.
Oh no, I still barbecue. No way. I take Gano, so I'm all good.
Hey, because some people know it and still do it until it's set in and processed. Once it's set in and processed, like I know that was processing in Anthony here, what he just said, because I've been banging on the beast for a minute on my channel and just hearing that. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Ganoderma lucidum. Ganoderma lucidum.
you guys
Yeah, 'cause
are so correct. It didn't set in with me. I was one of those hard-headed people, like, you know what? Nah, that's false, bro. I'm about to go eat. I can't eat no bacon. I for sure ain't eating no Burger King. I'll eat some fast food with some Ganoderma infused. Anything, I'm throwing it up. I'm not gonna be away from that bathroom. So you're right. You're right. It opens up ourselves in our conscious awareness to the things that we might want to put it in our body, but our body is like, no, it's not happening.
I love the mindset change. I mean, I feel really good. I went to Winco shopping yesterday, and I never go to Winco without getting fried chicken. I passed by the chicken. I was like, making myself go get in line. I was like, okay, I don't never go to Winco without going to get some fried chicken. Go get in line and get you something because that's normal for you.
Yes.
Mindset. I don't really even want the doggone chicken. I mean, girl, get out of this line and go get another line and get your butt and going home. And I felt okay. So I'm trying to fight what my mindset is going through because I'm used to the norm. But now that, I've gotten to a place where it's just time for a change. I can't, Ganoderma lucidum, I can't fight you anymore. I mean, I'm just going with the mindset change, baby. Let's just roll.
Yes.
But you know what, Ivy, you probably had your Gano before you went to Winco, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am, I sure did.
and that's why you was able to say, okay, I don't need it.
I have my Exlum. I have my what did I have yesterday? Did I have Tonkat Ali? I had Tonkat Ali yesterday, morning before that decision. I brushed my teeth with the Ganoderma Lucidum toothpaste. I had the so yes, ma'am. I think I was geared up by the time I got to that.
Yeah, you
All right.
was gone on up.
That's what it's about.
Gone on up.
And just imagine by the time I got to those Krispy Kreme later, and when my car broke down, I'm sitting there putting gas in my car, and I got back in and started up, and it wouldn't start, and I couldn't figure out because it wasn't a battery. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I had to sit there and actually laugh at the whole situation because I was thinking years ago, and when if I got stopped like this, I would be fighting my brain. I'd be busting, pissed off, angry at the world, just about to die. Blood pressure 190 over whatever. But yesterday I was like, girl, why'd you stop? I'm talking to the car. Why are you not starting? And then I just my mind was so at peace with the situation. I was like, okay, whatever. And the next thing you know, I'm thinking this beautiful Corvette rolled up beside me. Miss Kathy will understand. This gorgeous, handsome guy popped out the car and said,
Oh.
"Oh, are you having trouble with starting your car?" And I was thinking, well, yes.
That was that mushroom.
So he gets out the
Oh.
car and helped me and stayed there for about a good 30 minutes, wasting his time. It wasn't a battery, but good conversation. He'll probably be a coffee drinker in a minute if he's not, and then while I'm waiting, tow truck driver came. My mind is still crystal clear. I'm still good, just chilling, handling business on the phone, sharing my coffee. The tow truck driver came up, wrong truck driver. I had to wait another hour. But check it out. When the flatbed truck came to get my car, he's thirsty. We're riding back, and I'm on a call with Mr. Wiggins and all of my team right here. So he's listening, and he was like, is that stuff true? I put you guys on pause, and now the tow truck driver is going to be a family by tomorrow, guarantee you.
Wow.
Everything in life happened for a reason. If you're sitting,
ma'am.
sitting there mad at the world, pissed off because my car didn't start, just angry and bitter, my mind wouldn't been set enough to think and be free and crystal clear in order to make some more money. You know what I'm saying?
It's still shared.
Everything negative is not negative. It's just simple.
Yes,
Learn to
ma'am.
grow from whatever happens in your life. That's all I gotta say. So
You said you was on Excellium, ma'am?
yes, sir. I take Excellium twice a day.
So,
Morning to
so
night.
the Excellium and is the top of the cap of the mushroom with the cordyceps, like in that area or in that family?
It works for the brain. It's geared for the brain. Am I right, Miss Cash Out?
Yes.
So what we don't know is, I just found this out, and I don't know if anybody else on this panel know, but they use the cordyceps and pieces of the Excellium to cleanse the earth. So, oh girl, pick that up. If the earth is cleansed with cordyceps, imagine what it does to our minds and our blood and our soul and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It gives us
Well, no wonder,
clarity. It detoxifies. It just
Mhm.
puts our body in the state that it was meant to operate in.
Right.
Woo! This was a nice show today. You never know what you're gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolates, and Forrest Gump said it the best. Spontaneous. I love living spontaneous because if you always go off of I ain't gonna say it because we always gotta stick to the system. But sometimes if you go off of a script, you don't get the meat and greet of what somebody really want to say. And I just love today because I learned some new things, especially from Mr. Nico down there, even about the horses. That was like, y'all don't even know how valuable that was. That was more valuable than, all right, we woke up today, so I can't say that. We gotta breathe.
Wow.
We gotta breathe. But just to know, it's already artificially
breeding. That's
put
crazy.
inside of and then it's grown.
Yep. Exactly.
That's the same thing with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't eat that either.
That ain't chicken. I can't even do it. I can't even do it. It's made in a lab.
You can't call it Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's
It's because it's not. It's KFC because it's not chicken.
Yep.
Ganoderma lucidum is Ganoderma lucidum.
Woo! Say it again. You can say that.
And Gano Excel produces the best Ganoderma lucidum there is. And coffee is the second most consumed beverage in the world. and soap and toothpaste you got to use to clean your butt and brush your teeth. And Ganoderma lucidum is the best herb. Come on now.
So we can get all this for $50.
Yes, sir. Get all
Starting.
that. Plus, you get 11 different ways to make
Starting.
additional income.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the additional income for just
Right. My
50
coffee
bucks.
pays me. I don't drink Starbucks coffee anymore. Matter of fact, true story, Starbucks coffee, the caramel macchiato, what's that?
Hey, that's
Oh,
mine.
macchiato.
That thing. It gave me an ulcer. I used to drink that every day when my son was playing football in Pop Warner, and
Wow.
it gave me an ulcer. So since then, I stopped drinking it, the Starbucks. So
It gotta be true, ma'am. You're the second person I heard say that. The first person told me that Starbucks from drinking, it wasn't a caramel macchiato, but they was drinking something with a caramel flavor, and it gave them leaky gut, and they developed the ulcer as well as acid reflux. Like it was actually eating a hole inside of their intestines.
yeah, not to mention it costs how much money it costs to buy that stuff. If you drink that stuff every day, I was spending a grip every day. Now I'm drinking coffee twice a day. I was drinking Starbucks once a day. I'm drinking coffee twice a day. I'm getting the Ganoderma lucidum in there. I'm getting the feel of health and wellness, and my coffee's paying me. So it just makes sense. And I started with the funky $50, and now I'm getting a paycheck every month. And my brain is clear. My mind is set, is changed, and I'm fighting all adversity. No one can feed me any negative. It goes through one ear and right out the other. My mind is positive. I stay positive. If you're going through something, you need to talk about it. We're gonna end it on a good note.
Yep.
So,
Jack said,
and let me say,
Listen,
did I say my
Starbucks
coffee pays
opportunity.
me? I didn't say that already, did I?
You can say it again.
Did I say my coffee pays me?
oh yeah, it pays us. Our coffee pays. Shaq said,
pays.
mentioned that Starbucks opportunity was the worst opportunity in his life. Magic Johnson said, getting on with the Starbucks opportunity was the greatest business venture that showed him that he could be a serious businessman in anything that he do. By
Right.
2010, Magic Johnson had 30 Starbucks.
Right. And I'm excited. Mr. Boss I Quit Wiggins gonna have us started. You know what I'm saying? We have amazing leader that's showing us and guiding us, because he's been there and done that already several times. If we just stay focused and listen to what he's saying, and we can share it with the world. And hey, like I said, McDonald's is a chain, Burger King is a chain, Starbucks is a chain. Ganoderma is going to be our chain.
Yes, ma'am. Money boy, what's those words that we need to look up? What's those words we need to know?
All right. What did I say? Words, because everybody don't even know the definition of the word. Like you were saying about etymology. It was Ganoderma,
lucidum.
It was retirement, freedom, and financial freedom.
And financial freedom.
Yeah.
And then I threw in, once you finish looking up those words, just research the meaning of Gano and Derma by themselves.
Yes.
Okay. So
Anthony.
we have that information by the next show tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Anthony.
Share and care, because we care.
Anthony, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Hey, Anthony, you make a perfect radio broadcaster for basketball. When I do my
Basketball.
announcing, I go into that character of your voice. Attention, please. Here's the score. You have that voice. It
Hey,
sounds perfect.
you always tell me this, Nico. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You sound good, bro.
I love you, man.
Because look.
Okay,
and
maybe
before
you
we
should
go,
try it.
'cause I know cash out. You can end it after this cash out. We already 20 minutes over the shot clock.
You can't help
There you
it.
go.
Like this, y'all. It's like this, Anthony. Every day, the Creator gave us the ability to wake up. This whole thing that we around, this is nothing but a show. Everything around you is a show. You got to become the star of your own show. Right now, all of us up here on this panel, we're the star of this show right now. So when people used to say, Money Boy, you can go be a radio personality, I was like, man, I don't know about that. I just know about me. Well, be you. Every day, you got the ability to be you. Period. And everybody gonna like you being you. It's when you try to be something that you're not. And that's when everybody gonna stop. Everything is gonna slow down. You're gonna be like, what the heck? It's just like life. Just like life.
Well, thank you.
And with that being said, Ms. Cash Out, could you close this out? Because we valuing everybody's time.
Wow. Man, we can go on for hours.
Yep.
It's always amazing, and thank you, panel, for just letting people know simply we have a choice. We have a choice. We have a choice to use the right words to speak positive things into existence, using the right products to change your life simply by using products that you use every day. And here with Gano Excel and Team Boss I Quit, we have the capability of doing that. And simply, like you said, it's all about knowing the right thing, the right time. And with us, we have the capability to simply earn as we enjoy products that we use on an everyday basis. You see behind me, it's a coffee sign, but definitely we are so much more than that. We're Gano the Revolution of Business, and definitely look up those words, get back to the person that invited you, and just let them know, hey, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to change my life. Order $50 in product, and simply begin the process of learning a customer base, giving people what they want, but a healthy alternative by simply changing your brand. 220s and a 10 can get you started today. Simply get back to the person that invited you, hit hashtag replay if you're not watching this live. And if this is your first time and you are watching this live, simply put a 1 in the box and one of us will get back to you, or the person that invited you will simply get back to you and let you know how to get started and simply change your life by simply changing your brand and utilizing the system that is currently working and keeping the lights on in so many homes, simply because they took the choice to simply change their brand and earn while they use everyday products here with Gano Excel. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you all. See you tomorrow. And it's always, always, always a pleasure. Thank you for Facebook, YouTube, anybody that's listening. Definitely tune in at tomorrow at 1.